Hey, Big Brother fans. So Makensy's nominations are official, and we've got an update on reactions and fallout after the ceremony. Please subscribe if you're not following us. Now let's get into it. So Thursday night, one of Makensy's talks was with Cam, Rubina, and Kimo, firming up that she wants Angela evicted this week. Makensy said she's wanted her out for a long time. I think that goes for a lot of the house guest and a big faction of the Big Brother fandom. Makensy also confirmed that Leah's high on her target list, but doesn't want to be the one to nominate her. But she was talking about a whole getting payback for T-Core since you could lay it at Leah and Angela's feet. And she does know that this move is probably going to cost her 2 jury votes, Quinn and Leah. But really, you know, it being a blindside, I think it would cost her Leah and Angela's jury votes if she was in it at the end. Probably not Quinn, because he would absolutely have ousted the Utah grandma if he could have. And Angela is a threat in this game. I mean, let's be real about that. She is much more than just an irritation to the house guest. She is a proven comp threat that I think is largely underestimated because she's irritating. And as I've said here before, if I was in the BB26 house, I would want to be sitting right next to Angela on finale night, because nobody but Leah would vote for her to win the $750,000. So the only obstacle to the evict Angela plan is if Makensy's true target comes off the block. Right now, Angela thinks she's a pawn and she thinks Kimo is the real target. And in the house, they've been trying to stress Angela out about the POV comp, telling her they think it's going to be really physical. They were telling her it might be the BB comics, and she's being very angsty about it. I don't know if they're just trying to psych her out. But if Angela wins back-to-back POVs, obviously she'd take herself off the block, and then Makensy would kind of be crap out of luck. And since we're down to 7 house guests, all but one of them are going to play in the veto comp tomorrow. And, you know, just so you know, absolutely official, Makensy nominated Angela and Kimo just as she planned. Angela's been told she's a pawn, Kimo's the target. But Makensy told Kimo and everybody except for Leah and Angela the truth, that he is the real pawn. I have no doubt if Leah plays veto and wins, she'll pull Angela off the block. So if Leah's also playing, the math on it is there's a 1 in 3 shot of Angela coming back off the block and messing up Makensy's plan this week. If you recall, Rubina made lots of promises on Thursday and Wednesday trying to save her game. Kimo and Rubina both promised Angela they wouldn't nominate her. Easily done because they didn't win HOH. And Rubina told Makensy she'd be a pawn in exchange for her vote if she needed it. So that's where we stand right now. If Kimo wins the veto, he'll come down. Rubina would likely go up and sit beside Angela, and she should be safe. But what if Angela or Leah wins veto, takes Angela down off the block, Kimo's left on the block after the veto meeting on Monday? Well, then Makensy would have to get more blood on her hands. She could put Rubina up next to Kimo and force the house to make a tough choice. But if Makensy wanted to make a boss move, if Angela's pulled down, she could renom Chelsie, who is, I think, across the board, the best and most dangerous player in Big Brother 26. That would be interesting because Leah and Angela would definitely vote to evict Chelsie. And Rubina would probably evict Chelsie to save Kimo. For the 4th vote, Cam would likely vote to evict Kimo over Chelsie, and they could send Chelsie out on a 3-1 vote. That's the same vote I'd expect if Angela's on the block this Thursday, 3-1 with Leah, her sole vote to stay in BB26. Makensy doesn't want to nominate Leah because Leah didn't nominate her. But, if Kimo gets down off the block, she could put Leah up. And then it would be a real contest to see who would go home, because a lot of the house guests are really aggravated with Leah running her mouth a lot, making everything about her. This is their comments, not my judgment, but they're irritated with both Angela and Leah. So today, Kimo and Rubina were telling Chelsie that T-Core advised them to stick close to her, but if one of them's on the block, they can't manifest this new threesome. And if Makensy put on her big girl panties and nominated Chelsie as an Angela renom, that would be a huge resume builder. Realistically, Makensy's making a safe choice targeting Angela. She'll burn 1 or 2 jury votes doing it, but she would be a house hero for evicting someone that the other house guests want out of their lives. Side note, the house guests were thrilled to see Ainsley return and destroy Junkie, and I bet they would celebrate Angela's exit with at least as much gusto, if not more. But don't forget, the house guests also don't know yet it is double eviction week. So even if Angela manages another miracle and gets off the block again, she would be a target at the double eviction. And Leah is top talk around the house as the next target for eviction. The house guests have speculated it could be DE night on Thursday. So they are making plans. They've been talking about it constantly for weeks now. We're going to see Zingbot Wednesday night on the 90-minute episode. Check out our other video on what insults got slung. Thursday night's live eviction turns into a live double eviction. And a week from Thursday, by the way, we have a 2-hour episode. And then when we hit October, no more Wednesday episodes. So Makensy's noms are locked in. Kimo and Angela are on the block. Kimo is drawing on his community theater background to inspire him to play dumb, act like he's scared and he's the real target. And we're on a countdown to Angela's paranoia kicking in and her flipping out. I would be shocked if she did not have a meltdown before Thursday. And as soon as someone looks at her wrong, I think Angela's going to pop off. After the nomination ceremony, Rubina spoke to Angela and was encouraging her. They discussed that now that the house has been thinned down, they have to start nominating good people because all the shitty people are gone. Kind of funny. In that context, Quinn's name came up with Angela and Rubina talking about how he was always scheming. And afterwards, Rubina talked to Kimo and they were discussing that realistically, the two of them and Angela are all easy targets right now. Kimo does feel safe, but he is less than happy to be back on the block in general. That's it. Nominations locked in. Come back tomorrow for the veto player draw, the veto comp results, and whether Makensy's got to cobble together a backup plan because her target, Angela, wiggled her way off the block yet again. Come back soon for more live feed updates, and please slap that subscribe button if you haven't.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.